We're back. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Bonjour and ibozu. What a pleasure it is to be with you this morning. After 2 years of meeting virtually, it's a real pleasure to speak with you in person. Thank you for attending the conference, and a big thank you to our government and partners, as well as many sponsors and exhibitors, and of course, AMO staff. While COVID still challenges us, we are grateful to be here and grateful for you joining us. The pandemic has given us all a new perspective. We have a greater appreciation for many things we used to take for granted, and it has also redefined who we consider to be heroes beyond our remarkable emergency services personnel. We have gained a new appreciation for the people who keep the water running, the lights on, the transit on time, and of course, the municipal workers on the front line of the pandemic in public health, long-term care, childcare, homelessness and shelter services, and so many others delivering key services in our communities. COVID revealed the truly essential role of municipal government in protecting communities and safeguarding our economy. And I also want to thank you, council members and remarkable public servants, for your hard work, ingenuity, and dedication. You've given extraordinary service at a difficult time. You have pivoted and pivoted again and again to serve your communities. It's also true that COVID laid bare many systemic challenges. We're all worried about inflation, the lack of affordable housing, the toll of climate change, and pressures on our healthcare system. The pandemic and global conflict have brought these challenges into focus. Now, that said, we have a great privilege of living in a province rich in resources. And it can be easy to lose sight of our strengths and resolve in the face of adversity. The truth is, we face these challenges on a strong footing. Ontario's communities boast outstanding natural, intellectual, human, and financial resources second to none. We are a province of enterprising people, strong communities, outstanding educational and cultural institutions, and respect for good government. We know that people expect us to work together to solve today's big problems. They expect all orders of government to work together. They expect government and private enterprise to collaborate, to expand opportunity, build sustainable communities, and protect our environment. And they expect our vital nonprofit sector to be vibrant, well-supported, and empowered to strengthen the fabric of our communities. And municipalities are at the center of this. Community building, good government, and the delivery of best-in-class services. AMO has been doing its part to help you do your part. During the pandemic, we were able to secure more than $5 billion in provincial and federal financial assistance for municipalities for the impacts of COVID-19. Additional investments in social services and homelessness literally saved lives. Investments in transit ensured essential workers got to work. The pandemic laid bare the essential nature of broadband, and AMO was there to support the remarkable efforts of communities committed to making universal broadband a reality. And we acknowledge the more than $4 billion in provincial investment to achieve province-wide coverage by 2025. When we work together on common goals, we make great strides. And AMO works to ensure that municipal governments have strong and effective relationships with our provincial and federal partners. And we look forward to continuing our work with Premier Ford and his cabinet. We're pleased to see that 2 former AMO presidents, as well as several former municipal leaders within the ranks of cabinet. These ministers know that municipal governments are a strong partner in developing creative solutions for problems big and small. Through our Memorandum of Understanding with the Government of Ontario, AMO's policy work complements and enhances the work of the province. And I'm pleased that over the next 3 years, we will hear from the Premier and representatives from the 3 parties and the legislature over the next 3 days. They will also be listening carefully to what you have to say. The 2022 Ministers' Forum and the hundreds of delegation meetings being held during the conference provide the Ontario government with insights into your priorities and about how their policies play out in communities in every part of Ontario. Ontario is 444 municipalities strong. We come together to find consensus, we work together to articulate it, and together we advance changes that make all of our communities better. And I don't need to tell you that one of the most pressing challenges of our day is affordable housing and homelessness. Increasing housing affordability and supply is a complex problem with no simple solution. Needless to say, municipal governments across Ontario are keen to do their part. Ontario's housing market is driven by a lot of factors that affect supply and others that drive demand. Speculation, interest rates, provincial approvals, and many other factors are beyond municipal control. AMO has been working on these issues for many years. The More Homes for Everyone Act, which focuses on timely local approvals to increase housing supply, needs to be part of a much larger process. As we did for the pandemic, we need all three orders of government to come together to tackle these housing problems. We need to work along with community partners in the private, nonprofit, and cooperative housing sectors to find solutions. And in the weeks ahead, you will also see AMO building a broad coalition across related sectors to advocate for measures aimed at ending homelessness in Ontario. AMO creates opportunities for leaders to come together, to work together, and to achieve more for our communities. We work closely with associations like NOMA, FNOM, OBCM, MARCO, and OSAM, and of course ROMA, our rural arm. Municipal unity on common goals is critical to our collective success, and we support the efforts of others when they have unique needs. For example, this spring, the ROMA board created an attainable housing task force to address the unique planning, financial, and development barriers of rural Ontario, particularly when it comes to the full range of housing options. Their report, being released today, focuses on timely, practical solutions to the barriers that will propose solutions aimed to hasten the development of attainable housing in rural Ontario. On housing and other matters, municipal governments are always ready to roll up their sleeves and look for ways to do things different. Municipal staff are used to finding new ways to deliver services better and to stretch our limited tax dollars and resources. So I encourage you to attend the PJ Marshall Awards tomorrow morning to be inspired by municipal ingenuity and creative problem solving. AMO's Canada Community Building Funds Awards, presented this afternoon, honor municipal innovation in the use of infrastructure funding. The municipal sector is great at sharing best practices and learning from one another, and AMO creates opportunities here at the conference and beyond to do just that. AMO is also focused on building strong partnerships beyond municipal government. Here, our interests are clearly connected with other sectors. To this end, we have created a new partnership with the Council of Ontario Universities. Universities are integral to our economic future, and it only makes sense that AMO and COU would look for shared opportunities. Bridging the world of academic research and municipal policy and innovation together is critical. As a first step, this conference will feature an inaugural AMO COU lecture, and we're delighted to welcome Professor Daniel Henstra from the University of Waterloo, who will be addressing delegates on the topic of climate change, adaptation, and local government tools for resilience. Over the months and years ahead, AMO will be looking at additional ways to partner with universities, colleges, and school boards to retain and develop existing municipal human resources and to attract the next generation of community builders to come and work for municipalities. It's essential that we can compete for the best and the brightest, especially when municipalities in Ontario have such extraordinary opportunities to offer existing and future employees who are committed to making a difference in their communities. You'll also see AMO take on the lead on this challenge with our hallmark spirit of collaboration, early in 2023. I want to turn for a moment to the issue of mental health and addictions, something that consistently tops the list of concerns expressed by our members. Today's extraordinary mental health challenges have been complicated by the pandemic and many other systemic factors. Municipal, emergency, and social services are part of a safety net that falls short of meeting the people's needs and communities. All too often, mental health and addictions are factors in poverty, homelessness, isolation, individual safety, and exploitation. At the center of our communities, municipalities are affected at the community level as managers and funders of social services and employers. Around this time last year, AMO signed a memorandum of understanding with the Canadian Mental Health Association, Ontario. It recognizes that responding to mental health and addictions in our communities is a top priority. We look forward to continue work with the CMHA on shared concerns, and I would encourage you to visit the CMHA booth in the exhibit hall. Our work with them is an important example of AMO working in partnership with others to advance your priorities. And I want to share another important example. In 2020, AMO also signed an MOU with the Ontario Federation of Indigenous Friendship Centres. Municipal leaders have an opportunity to be part of a constructive societal change in Indigenous relations that is needed and expected. AMO's Indigenous Relations Task Force created a guide to help create local relationship agreements. They also created other resources for councils to advance the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's calls to action and other ways to better support and engage Indigenous residents and neighbors. AMO will continue this important work with strong support from the AMO board. This time, last year, we were preparing to launch our We All Win initiative, a campaign to inspire people with diverse backgrounds and experiences to run for municipal office in the upcoming election. As we move into planning for the next four-year election cycle, AMO is looking at more ways to promote diversity, respectful democracy, strong, positive civic engagement. And we have to start working now to create a more inclusive council tables in 2026. During the breaks, you will notice short video clips featuring some of our very own Ontario municipal trailblazers. These elected officials broke through gender, race, and other barriers to serve their communities on council, and they share their experiences of joining council and how they strive to strengthen local democracy. You can also learn more about their inspiring stories and those of other trailblazers on the AMO website. So right now, I'd like to express my thanks to all of those who serve on council and will run in the next municipal election. It is a service to your community to step up and throw your hat in the ring. I must also take a moment to thank our Director of Policy, Monica Turner, who will be retiring next month. Monica, where are you? Maybe she's not here. Anyway, please, yes, give her a hand. Following a distinguished career in the Ontario Public Service, Monica joined AMO in 2010. She leaves behind an enduring legacy. She has built a talented team in the Policy Centre and made important contributions in areas including municipal Indigenous relations, waste diversion, and in the municipal role in health. On behalf of the board, we extend our best wishes for a happy, active, and productive retirement. So, Monica, and it is having worked with Monica and the rest of the team, it is a fantastic team. They really do a lot. Finally, I would also like to say that it's been an incredible honor to serve as your president twice, as it happens. I was elected in 2018 and then resumed the role when former AMO president, now Minister of Natural Resources, Graydon Smith, stepped down to run for provincial office. I am deeply grateful for all that I've learned about our beautiful province and the friendships that I've forged and the privilege of contributing to a better Ontario. Well, we have a great province, and I'm very proud of it. While the challenges have never seemed greater, I have great confidence in our future, and I hope you do as well. Ontario is rich in strengths and resources, and we are equipped to take on the battles of the day. And as this room demonstrates, we have thousands of leaders elected and staff who are committed to serving their communities. So thank you. Merci and miigwech.